Hello there and welcome. So today we're doing Yang Yang on the Aromatherapy series. Yeah, I love this. I do. It's one of my favourites. It's really sad, isn't it? Yeah, I can't be biased, can I? Okay, so it's one of my favourites. Now, it's one of the cheaper flower oils. This is because the flowers are quite big and they grow on big trees, and yeah, you know, the bigger the petals, the more easy it is to distill. So steam distillation, yeah, and gets the oil out. Okay, so one of my favourites. It's a very exotic flower. Yeah, it's a base one, so it stays around a long time. So it does help with sleep and everything else like that. It's very calming. And yeah, it helps with fear, and it helps with sort of panic and nervous disorders. It really is. Now, it's a very yin flower, so it's a very girly flower. So it helps women bring out their femininity, their feminine powers, and accept their femininity. Because whereas we might be the weaker sex, but we've got some strengths. So also, it's very good for lowering blood pressure, and studies have shown it's almost instant lowering of the blood pressure. So yes, also very good for headaches, but overuse, it will give you a headache because it's really, really, really quite, yeah. Now, it grows in the wild, although the wildflowers don't smell as much because of it's mankind's intervention that makes the cultivated variety stronger. And that's why it's cheaper, because, they've cultivated the plants over the years to make them more aromatherapy. Okay, so it grows on a big evergreen tree, and I mean 60 foot tall, and the flowers are sort of tulip shape and they're white and yellow. So yeah, picked in the morning for the best smell. Yeah. So yeah, a daytime flower. It's quite nice. Now, if we're talking about colour therapy, then we're talking about white and yellow. So we're talking about releasing. And we're also talking about the higher chakra. Higher chakra controls all the chakras. So it works on all the chakras because it's white, and white is all colours. Yeah, yeah. Now, I like it. And, it is the perfume that I wear. I mix petitgrain, which is the leaves and the bark of orange made into oil, and yin yang. And the balance of it, because petitgrain's very light, it's kind of earthy and kind of quite grounding, and it just mixes very well. So, you've got the exotic flavour that really does quite powering, and then you've got this light, woody, citrus flavour. So, yeah, that's what I wear as my perfume, day in, day out, night and day. I know, my friends must hate me. All my friends are asleep. But no. Yeah, so, yeah, exotic, very exotic. It's called the flower of flowers. Now this in Malaysian, Yang Yang, in Malaysian it means flower of flowers. And it grows all over the east. Very good. As its flower, it's an aphrodisiac, and this is a very aphrodisiac one. It's very yin, so very feminine. It's got properties that are very good for spotty skin. So it's got all those antibacterials, and it's got all those, antivirals as well. So and as it's a yellow, it does purge the skin. So if you had a terrible outbreak, then I would recommend a bowl of boiling water, and it has to be boiling to break up the oil. A couple of drops of tea tree, that would also work very well, and a couple of drops of Ylang Lang. Yang Yang. Lang Lang. Yeah, it's spelt like Lang Lang, but Yang Yang. Yeah, and then you just hold your face over the steam, and then that'll get into the pores, any bacteria that your body is trying to fight, your body is trying to help you here, then it'll push all that greasy skin out. So yeah, It also works very well with eczema, although for severe outbreaks I would seek medical help. I really would. You know, eczema is a problem, but it does get into the pores and it does help. So yeah, don't use it neat on your skin. You know, you can mix it down with oil. I know oil on oily skin doesn't sound right, but the reason that you have blackheads is because it's trying to clean your skin. So yeah, and other things, aromatherapy and Ayurvedic medicine. So yeah, but yeah. So yes, okay. So obviously I research these before I do them, and most of it is just general knowledge that I want to share with you. But every now and again something will pop out that it's a bit weird. It's a major ingredient in the head lice killers. I know. I didn't know that. So yeah, yeah. So head lice, it works as a hair thickener. So, and you can understand why that would help, because when you're combing it through, people with very fine hair, you know, they have to have a very fine comb. So if you mix it with coconut oil and then massage it into your scalp, it would work as a hair thickener, and the smell would go very well. You know, it's got this exotic kind of Far East flavour mellowed down with the coconut oil, so it would work very, very well. Yeah, I have very thin hair, always have done. So yeah, I was quite surprised. I go to Kew Garden. Well, no, I mean to go to Kew Gardens. It's 25 miles away, but it is London. It is London, and obviously the traffic is just a nightmare and the parking is just a nightmare. So I was in Kew Gardens, and in one of their big glass houses they do have a Ylang plant. I was like, oh, I've never seen it. So I was really, really quite pleased. Now if you do get to London and you do get to Kew Gardens, do try and take a look. There was loads of botanist type interesting plants, so I was very impressed, and things that I just would not see. I would not see. So yeah, back to Ylang. So it's major ingredients in Chanel No. 5 as well. I know. Yeah, this is from the research. I didn't know that either. But when you find out new information, it's like you've got to share it. Okay, so yeah, back to the subject. Alright, so if you were to go out to the shop and you were going to buy this, what I would do is I would look for pure aromatherapy, yeah, 100%, yeah, in a dark bottle, yeah, okay. But I would also look for virgin press. Now this is the first steam inhalation, so it's going to be the strongest. Now you can buy, for not that much cheaper, like third press or fourth press. So yeah, just be aware that, you know, this is out there as well. But yeah, I know, my favourite oil. Okay. Alright, yes, if I was to use it on a client, if I was using it on a man, I would mix it with sandalwood. Now, sandalwood, although it's also a base oil, it does have the balance of the very, very masculine with the very, very feminine. So I would encourage the mixing of the two. Yeah. Because that's what we're supposed to be striving for. We're supposed to be striving for balance. Alright, I like being a girl. Although it's taken me a while. Yeah, it has taken me a while. So yes, if I was using it on a man, then I would use the mixture of the two. But I would be wary of the fact that it's very heavy oils and it would be quite sleepy. So I would be wary of the fact. I would mix it with lemon because it's nice and zesty and brings it all out and give it a poof. Yeah, so yeah. And obviously I'd mix it with petitgrain because I like it. I like it. I think that's a nice balance. You've got the fire of the exotic and then you've got the bright spark of the petitgrain, which is kind of very earthy and everything else like that. Okay, so yes, one of my favourites. Do watch out for the headaches. Yeah, always buy from a reputable supplier and always dilute it down. Alright, but thank you for watching. I've really enjoyed doing these, by the way, and yeah, hopefully I'll catch you again. Alright, take care.